Hey gang, how you doing? I'm out here. We're going to do a pre-market walk around on this property. I just want to show you how I do this so that you can walk around your property when it's time to put it on the market and get things ready, because the way we live in a house is not the way that we sell a house, okay? I'm Anthony with Anthony Carr Associates, powered by Remax. So we're going to just go ahead and get started with this. The first thing I start with obviously is the mailbox. And we're just going to walk around the house, and this is one of a typical Northern Virginia home, probably priced in about the $600,000 range. We check out the, just see, okay, how are we doing here? Is it not falling apart? Is it in good shape? Come along, look at your apron. Any cracks here need to be taken care of. And we're going to take a look at the driveway. Is it cracked? Does it need to be resealed? There's nothing going on here, nothing graveling up or anything. So that's really well. Then of course we're going to take a look at our landscaping. I would submit that every house that ever goes on the market needs to have things trimmed back, and we're going to have someone come in and trim this back. We only got like a half a sidewalk right here, so we're going to trim that back, and we'll put new mulch in that. We're going to do some power washing on the garage, and then toward the front door, what do we have here? We're going to do some power washing on the sidewalk. It looks pretty good. This is passable. A little bit of a crack there, but it's passable. It's not going to be something we're going to be too worried about. I'm looking for a lot of items that are going to be picked up in the home inspection. And this is an original stoop here, so it's got some pockets of, if it was really bad, you could put some concrete down on this, but it's not that bad. So we're just going to power wash this and get it set. And then we're going to work on the front door, because the front doorway is that's what people see when they walk up. And so we're going to probably put a fresh coat of paint on the door and on the trim, and do something about a storm door as well. Okay, looking around, they've got some really nice florals here that they've taken care of during the spring and summer, and now we're getting to that fall time where we got to just freshen everything up, reshape the beds, put some new mulch down, pick out some some volunteer trees here and some weeds like that. This is a big one. I always encourage people to go ahead and have your air conditioner heating system serviced before you get on the market, so you have the paperwork for that. This is something that a lot of times we just kind of, it's one of those things that's when you put in an air conditioner, just kind of set it and forget it. This is the insulation for the what really cools the house, and so this just through age and time is gotten old, so we need to put that in. We're talking like $8 for the insulation. If you can do it yourself, then no problem there. This is the north side of the house, and on the north side you're usually going to have some algae on the property. That's, again, not unusual, but something you need to take into account and make sure that you take care of that with a light power washing. See this right here? A lot of houses, they just get a little overgrown. This, in your home inspection, they're going to say this needs to be 12 inches away from the house. So we already know that we need to come in here and trim this back. Window wells, I like to put a cover on the window wells. These are operating nicely. They're not really doing anything. I'm not seeing any evidence of water sitting here and deep going down the edge of the wall, but you want to keep water away from the wall as much as possible. So you want to put a cover on this so that if you have a heavy rain, it goes off the edge and then floats on the outside of that. Okay, this is looking good here. Obviously we'll have the leaves blown before we go on the market, which is kind of a lost battle, isn't it? But anyway, that's the way it goes. All right, some nice lattice work here. So anytime you have something like this that's going on with your property, you want to go ahead and budget to get a new piece of that and then match the color on it. So you want to be aware of those types of little fix-its. I mean, I know in a hot market, a lot of times people will say, hey, why don't we just put it on as is? I say, well, you can put it on as is, but in our marketplace, and this is probably the same across America, people are paying top dollar right now. And so at top dollar, they're like, really? It's top dollar and you're not going to fix a broken piece on the deck? So you fix it so that when you get your top dollar, there's no reason for them to want to try to get out. Back to some landscaping here. These are volunteers and poppers and suckers coming up off the tree, so we want to trim those back. And then this is wooded, so you're not looking to try to make it like your yard, but you do have all these volunteers here, these suckers that are coming off the tree. You want to just clip those off. And you wouldn't want these becoming mature trees anyway, so you go ahead and take those out and just go ahead and clear that out so that you have this nice ivy on the bottom here that's really the ivy purpose is to do the ground cover to prevent erosion and you know, protect your yard. Nice lawn back here. Keep in mind this grass, the owner has continually fed it and weeded it and put down new grass seed every year. Most likely in this back section we're talking about a shade seed. But remember, that's kind of a misnomer in grassing, because grass loves sun, and so you may have a shade seed and it's going to help it a little bit, but that's really where you really want to trim back on your trees so that it gets as much sun as possible. The playground looks great. We're going to keep this here. There is playground mulch, which means it's not been aged as much, so we're going to get the weeds out of here and put some playground mulch down. And then we got a gardener in the house, and so love that. And so the gardener has a garden spot. This is great in the summer and the spring and all that, but we're getting toward the end of the gardening time, and so we want to clear this out and put a light mulching down. They've had a little bit of harvest here left, but we'll leave the tomato cages here and all that, and just make sure that's working. Now, this is an interesting thing. In Northern Virginia, probably over half the properties have a radon remediation system in. This one's operating, and on the inside you would check to see if that's going, but these will last for, you know, well over 10-15 years, and this one, you can hear the little hum there. It's definitely working, so not a problem there as far as this house is concerned. This is the it's a walk up to the basement. We definitely want to power wash all of this and get that cleaned up. It's going to make it look as good as new. And while we have the power washer, we're going to go ahead and power wash these steps as well, just to clean it up a little bit so that we can present something as new as possible. Okay, so finishing up the walkthrough again is just more landscaping work than anything else. And so we're taking a look at just reshape the beds, put some more mulch down, trim out the dead, which is a regular piece that you would do anyway. But when you're about to put your house on the market and you say you want to do as is great. I understand it, but you want to be careful that you're not, again, you're just saying as is and thinking let them take care of all the expenses. That's not the best plan. And a lot of these things are more about labor than anything else. So when you're getting your house ready to market, the outside is a good place to start, especially this time of year in the fall. You just go ahead and do a walk around, take a note of what I just talked about here, what needs to be trimmed out, what needs to be cleaned up, and make sure you get that done. If you're not looking till getting this done for about a year, well, go ahead and shape it up now. Shape it up now, and so you've got everything lined up for the next year, and it's not as big of a problem when it comes time to actually put it on the market. Got any questions? Let me know. I'd love to hear your remarks down below, and check this, like it, and share it. Thanks so much, and have a great day.